I'm curious what your experience has been like with what I would imagine an onslaught of questions about Taylor passing. And have you been doing any press ultimately promoting your music, and there's this huge kind of elephant in the room that either is or isn't addressed? I mean, what's that experience been like?
It's been interesting because I mean I have been doing a little bit of press. I had these two songs that I put out were slated to come out earlier in the year, and when Taylor died, I pushed it back. Obviously because it just seemed like it would. I just didn't want to be like out promoting something, and obviously so pushed it back. And then when I started putting the music out. It's sort of a delicate thing, for some areas, I just said that, I don't want to do any interviews, because I expected certain territories to be, I don't know, more uncomfortable with that than others. I didn't really do a lot of print press, and I, told, my publicists and to just that I would just prefer to avoid that topic entirely because I mean, it's hard to talk about. Even still, it's hard to talk about because there's just you just have a lot
It's
of
raw.
It's raw, and there's a lot of there's just a lot of shit. It's like when anybody dies, it's just there's a lot of you just go through all these different phases of grieving and just how you feel about it, what you think about it is just sort of evolving all the time. But then of course it comes up. The thing that's one of the weirdest. I mean, we're from Santa Barbara, dude. Like half the people we grew up with are dead. Like we've lived through a lot of people
disproportionate
dying.
amount of people from our scene are dead.
Disproportionate, but this one's very different. Like because of the whole public side of it, and watching, there's so much like internet sleuthing that people are doing, and especially right after he died, all these Twitter, private investigators that are, they absolutely know what happened and are sure of it, and it's all wrong. You know what I mean? That's wrong about everything, and that's been really strange to watch, and people.
Have you found people have generally been respectful with the way they want you to talk about it, or has it been you found it being exploitive?
No, I think people are pretty respectful, but I mean, there's this. It's made me reconsider everything I ever thought I knew about, Jim Morrison dying or fucking Randy Rhoads dying, any of those, kind of rock and roll tragedies. I understand people's fascination with it. Taylor is this big character, and he meant a lot to millions of people all over the world. So I'd like, on one hand, I get that fascination with it, but it's like, it's like so much of what I've seen out there is so completely wrong. I mean, there's people out there saying shit like Dave killed Taylor by making him get the COVID vaccine. It's just shit like that. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, fuck, you're going to turn it into that? Like, fuck you. You know what I mean? It's just this shit like, I mean, I try not to pay attention to any of that stuff because, like, who gives a fuck? It's just some Yahoo on Twitter or whatever, you know what I mean? But I don't know. It makes you angry.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
because that shit is disrespectful, if you ask me.
Very, very. I mean, but honestly, that's the outlier. I mean, I hadn't heard that. I mean, I've kind of been following it fairly closely. So, I mean, like you said, there's always going to be some fucking Yahoo saying whatever because everybody has a voice. Everybody with a phone has a voice now,
Yeah. I mean, there was that Rolling Stone article that was, complete nonsense for the most part, that came out. So I guess, there's that, but most people that I've encountered have been respectful about it, or try to avoid it or whatever,